Hello, good evening, everyone on the plateau. Good evening, good people of Plateau. I want to welcome you all to our second Flotilla online presentation, in which this was planned because we realized that there are new BAs who were added on the Flotilla local government platforms, in which this presentation is targeted at educating those BAs. I'm your host, presenter, Jones Ferrari. I'm an ICT consultant, as you all know me. I'm also a security architecture. I am the CEO and the chairman of Young Technical Minds Initiatives. And the Young Technical Mind Initiatives is all about bringing in together young minds together to see how we can develop technical and ICT ideas to see how we can move the nation forward. We are into surveillance, and we are into satellite, we are into um, digital technology, and we also into chipset, and we are also into programming. So we do a lot of things, and we ensure that we impact knowledge to the young people to see how they can also develop themselves. But for now, Flotilla Services, in which our company was able to bid for the super service provider. We are a franchise company from the North Central Nigeria. We are representing the North Central Nigeria to ensure that we spread for Flotilla Services across all the states under the North Central region. So it's our duty to start from Plateau State, which is where we come from. And after we have finished the 3 months here, we can move forward to another state to see how we can keep sharing this wonderful innovation to the people. Flotilla is all about providing tracking system where you configure before the something comes up in the future. You can see how a lot of people today are suffering because of insecurity. Someone will just snatch your phone. You can never do anything about it. Even if you go to the police, you spend a lot of money, and it's still not guaranteed. So Flotilla came with the solution to see how they can curb such incidents, and how intelligent information can be provided from the back end, and to see how such devices can be recovered. Our contact near you, our agents will also be our contacts wherever they are, and they will also be involved in these services. So our company is at Amadou Bello Way, number 11, and we are working under the franchise of Action Global Software Limited at Block A11, Aso Estate, Airport Road by Con Oil Bay, Abuja. That's our head office where we got this partnership from, and this company is doing great, and they are really doing great, and they want to ensure that they empower whoever market the services of Flotilla. So about Flotilla Iot is a company based in Dubai, and they are duly into mappings, satellite, GPS, and they transmit information when you work with those three, and when they put things together, they provide surveillance that is helpful to our society today. As a big company, Flotilla Iot is having a very big company profile, in which they are also willing to share with you all. And I think maybe when you take your time, you're going to go through all this information, in which you can see the visions, the missions of the Flotilla, and their values. Is a company who have a very high standard of values, and with such values you can know what they can do and predict where they are heading to. Look at our products here. We have services for fleet management, When we say fleet management, we're talking about the vehicles, the mobile phones, the tricycles, planes, whatever you move from one place to another that requires technology backup. It's what we mean here. So this is where we are going to put more emphasis, and this is where we are going to put attention for the asset management and the attendance management. Where by the time we know more of the fleet management system, it's going to be easier for us to get to the next two. But for now, we're going to concentrate on such products. Flotilla IoT fleet management have key features like real-time tracking, dashboard summary, and historical reports, anytime, anywhere access, trip histories, alerts and geofencing, speeding and idling, route replay, reports and analytics, user-friendly interface, access control, and user management. um, Flotilla also have attendance management, in which we are not going to lay more emphasis on for now, in which we are just all about fleet management services. It also have the asset management services, in which you can also learn on how to use Flotilla to manage your assets. And Flotilla is an integration in which is extending the life of your current systems, our current systems, and we when we work together as a team, we are definitely going to get the results that we need, and we are going to provide surveillance to our families and friends. Concentrating and coming back to the need and importance of Flotilla. Flotilla is very good because it has a pre-tracking system. You set up the tracking before something happens, and it also have backup for security purpose. Wherever you go, as far as you have tracked yourself with Flotilla, you can easily have backups from somewhere while you've been monitored. It has a live location updates with Flotilla services. You get your live location updates, exact updates, accurate updates, and it's very, very good for your own intelligence. It has satellite maps, the real-time 3D maps, and it has real-time tracking, in which is going to be the most interesting topic to talk about. Who can use Flotilla? Mobile phone users can use Flotilla. That's those with Android phones, and the compatibility is not too equidistant from the two different phone levels classifications that we have. But if you have a phone from Android version 8, 9 upward, I think you'll enjoy the services of Flotilla. The vehicle owners who have the cars can also install on their vehicles. Even if something happens, they can easily track down their vehicles. But the same goes to motorcycles and tricycle owners, fleet management companies, all those motor parks, companies and organizations, and security personnel. They all need the services of Flotilla units. We are going to talk about units because as we proceed, know that the units are referred to the devices to be captured and be tracked. This could be mobile phones, motorbikes, tricycle, vehicles, trains, ship, or any movable electro-powered device. So further, when you hear me talk about units, you need to know that this is what I'm talking about. So this lesson today is directly prepared for the brand activators, and we are going to know what the brand activator is, and what you're going to do, and how you're going to get paid, and your duties. Like examples, the duties of the brand activator is expected to market Flotilla services to a client, and after convincing the customer, you collect payment and capture his details on a paper list. Then you upload to server using the FFMS Plateau app, in which we shall talk about in course of these classes. And the client will be contacted further by the service provider for the next line of action. So if you can understand very well, the duty of the brand activator is marketing and installation. the client activates by himself, and we also from there we take charge of moving the system to whoever is being recommended by the brand activator. So as you can understand, the brand activator is playing a major role in seeing how Flotilla services is going to extend to the grassroots and to the larger part of the society. So the BA has a target every day. As the BA goes out to the field, there is a target that you have in which a brand activator is expected to capture a minimum of 10 units daily for 3 months to become a franchised service provider. A service provider is someone who is in charge of all the work that the BA is doing. The service provider is the one who put it on the system, who always give you a response, who always bring you up to the Flotilla system. And the service provider is allocated to each local government, so to make the network become easier. As we go further, you understand more of what I'm trying to say about that. But for the targets, you need to understand that you need to get 10 minimum units daily. 10 minimum units, so you have to activate 10 people mobile phones, or is it their cars or their keke napep, whatever you activate, then 10 is, out of it is your minimum standard, so that when you can do that for 3 months, you can also become a service provider, so that you can continue to gain double benefits of where you operate. So there are some requirements to become a brand activator. You need to have an Android mobile phone, and you need to be a mobile operator. When I say a mobile operator, I mean either you're a POS operator, you're a mobile phone repairer, or you're a software installer, or maybe you mobile phone accessory stores, or you can also be a tech personnel who, you have access to people, you have access to schools, you have access to the market, where you can easily market Flotilla and install the services to those who have interest, in which is supposed to be an interest of everyone, to get security cover on your mobile phone, so that whenever you are in distress, you can have backup. So a brand activator should possess the minimum ideas, these little ideas of the Google Play Store, the Google Maps, and the FFMS Plateau app, of which we are going to talk more about in the course of our discussion. A brand activator is expected to go to the cashier page on the FFMS app and to pay 5,000 naira for Flotilla, a t-shirt and agent banner, which is compulsory for all brand activators. We hope to give this free of charge, but the Flotilla company has in their policy, they are not going to give us any money. So whatever we're going to do, we are going to use our money to develop it, and also get back through the benefits that we shall all get back. So a brand activator is supposed to be branded in Flotilla brand, because if you are going to market the services to the people, they have to recognize that you have the ID card of Flotilla, you have the t-shirt of Flotilla, the face cap of Flotilla, and if you have a shop, you are going to have the agent banner with the address of your shop written boldly on it, with our barcode clearly on your banner. So without the barcode, when we come to verify, without the barcode on your banner, it will show us you are not an authentic Flotilla service installer. So all our brand activators will ensure that they have the banner and they have the t-shirt, so that people can know that yes, you are really serious about it. Now we are going to talk about the cash benefits of the brand activator. And the brand activator has income, in which is going to sustain him more and more as you perform more in your activations. So you have to pay very more attention here, so that you can understand the cash benefits for a brand activator. A brand activator gets 20% of all the units you captured. For example, if you capture 20 mobile phones daily, you are expected to make a total of 20 times 500, which is 10,000 naira daily. 20% of 10,000, as you can see mathematically, it's 2,000 daily. Monthly is going to be multiplied by 30 days, and you can get 60,000 naira monthly. That's if you can be able to only activate minimum of 20, which you have also the target of 10. If it's at the end of the day you get only 10, and more money for you if you capture the motorcycles and the vehicles and other flotilla services like that you can do as far as you can, as much as you can do. You can go, you can get more benefits. So you will get paid when due payments are made weekly on Sundays. We make payment on Sundays because in our own calendar we don't accept reports on Sundays. Even if you capture people on Sunday, you have to just make it a Monday report, because on Saturdays we compile all the work you have done as a brand activator, and after they are all been verified, you receive your payment directly to your account. We pay directly to the brand activators account using our online payment system that will be programmed, and all payments will be made when due. There will be no delayed payments, and all errors will be corrected before payments. So please and please, you should understand that whatever you work for, you're going to get it immediately when it's due. So you sit back, relax, as we all have your account numbers, and all your account numbers will all be input in the Excel sheet for the disbursement. So the pricing of the units to be captured is next what we are going to talk about, because as we understand, we are not just installing mobile phones. Even the mobile phones are categorized into two, and even the other devices in which we're going to pay attention now to see more about the pricing and costing category. So as we can see on the charts here, um, um, the device units are Android phones from version 8 below, and Android phones from version 9 above. Most of the general public, as when we make our research, we understand that they mostly use the Android version 8 and below, in which you can see the one-time cost for activation is 500 naira, and it starts the chance to get to pay $4 subscription monthly to go live on the server. We are going to pay some little more attention here, because this is where the job is. Whatever you do, however you market Flotilla services to the general public, this is the price that you are going to activate each of the devices. We emphasize more on the first one, which is Android version 8, 500 naira, because majority falls under that. But as people hold different gadgets, different devices, standards, categories, we have all separated them on the price lists here. So if you look carefully, you're going to see that Android's version 9 upward is 700 naira, and iPhone version 7 downward, that's down to iPhone 6, iPhone 5, iPhone 4 is 800 naira, and iPhone iPhone 7 Plus upward, I beg your pardon, 1,000 naira, and laptops all 1,500, all laptops, and motorcycles, Okada, 2,000 naira, motorcycle, power bike, 2,000 naira, tricycle, all tricycles, 2,000 naira, and cars, 3,000, and bus, 4,000, lorry, 5,000, trailer, 7,000, train, 10,000, plane, 15,000, and 20,000 for ship. That is the activation per unit of all this we're talking about. And I know in due course the prices can be reviewed, and we expect the company will do something a little better. But for now, this is what we are going to work with, and we are all going to have a copy of this through your service providers, and all brand activators are expected to print it out so that you will avoid misconceptions. So we also have subscriptions. The subscriptions prices are there in dollars, because Flotilla is a foreign company, and their services is not in Nigeria, and they do their own services all the way from Dubai. And in Dubai, they deal with dollars, and they do all their transaction in dollars. So we cannot have a fixed price for Flotilla subscriptions, because they only charge you $4 for a month, and during that month you have a cover, and the cover that you have is whatever happens, you are going to get 100% cover, and you can recover that money that you are spending when an arrest is made, and you can recover it back, because if that person who stole your vehicle or your phone is being caught by the police, he will be charged to court, and if he doesn't want to go to court, he'll be given an option where he pays all these expenses. So the customer is not supposed to be afraid, or the client is not supposed to be afraid, because it's just like a savings. So whenever you can have security backup, is very, very important. So the subscriptions requirement is also there, in which what Flotilla does in the foreign countries is everyone must pay 1 year subscription at the point of activation. That is 12 months. But because of our own system here in Nigeria, when we have our bosses up there have checked that and realized that the level of poverty in this country, it's worrisome, and because of that, they have to design a system that can suit this country, in which they have done the best from what we have seen so far. So Flotilla services must start with a subscription, because why? If you are being activated on the FX tracker, you are being given the code to insert. You can go, you will see yourself on the map, you see the backup, but the system doesn't recognize you, and you are not live on the system, and the system is not tracking you. You're just there on the field without a backup. But when you pay subscription, you are now going to be transferred to the live account, and on the live account is where everything is being monitored, and you will enjoy your services. So if you understand with me, when we pleaded with the company, they were able to make it a different standard, instead of you pay the whole 1 year subscription. So instead of paying the 1 year subscription, those with Android phone with version 8 below are to pay 1 month minimum of subscription. That same applies to iPhones and laptops. You have to pay a minimum of 1 month subscription. Then if you can keep paying, fine. And if you don't keep paying your subscription, you are still going to be live, But whenever you have a distress, you want backup, all your pending payments have to be done. For example, if you pay the first month subscription and the service is on for you, you are using the service, and at the end of the day, the company decides to, allow you to be on the live system. But when your phone is lost or your car is lost, and you call for the services of Flotilla, and Flotilla have to check the updates to see if you owe subscriptions. So what I mean here is, if, for example, you set up the system in January, and you paid January subscription, and then you didn't pay February, you didn't pay March, you didn't pay April, you didn't pay May, then your phone got lost in June. Then you are going to calculate February, March, April, May, June, which is 5 months subscription. That is 10,000 naira. At that point, you have to pay that money before your phone will be tracked. If not, you can't get your phone tracked, because if it's within Plateau State, your phone is tracked. Flotilla, they pay for the police services, because once you are already on this system and your phone is lost, there is no need for you to pay for police whenever something happens. But if your phone was arrested, or you was tracked in Kaduna, or your phone is tracked in Bauchi State, you see, that is another jurisdiction in which there is some extra charges that must be paid. Some extra charges that they must be paid. So you need to understand what we're talking about here. So you need to understand that once you pay that 1 month subscription, and you're live, you're covered. And once you're covered, any other thing is covered. So the security issue, we settle it. But once the tracking is outside the state, you are going to pay extra charges for that. So all this explanation, you need to know it, so that it's the duty of the BA to explain all this to the client or the units you are trying to install. So please, I want you to understand that. Yeah, so the the motorcycles, I have to pay 3 months subscriptions with it at $5, and the other power bikes also the same thing, $3 for 3 months. I beg your pardon, you pay 3 months subscription, and the tricycle, which is the Keke Napep, is also $5, but minimum of 6 months subscription. The cars are at $5 also subscription, 6 months, up to the bus, the lorries, the trailers, all which is at $6, and it's also 6 months. So the trains are $10 subscription, the planes $20, the ship $25, and those you have to pay a full year subscription. And then next is the trackers. You can see that the mobile phones and laptops, they don't need you to buy another extra tracker. But once you are installing on the motorcycles, the tricycles, the cars, the bus, lorries, trailers, and whatever movable vehicle you have to install the tracker with the tracker prices at the last column there. So the motorcycles tracker is 20,000. The tricycle also is 20,000, and the car trackers 25,000, the bus 25,000, the tracker for the lorry 28,000, and the trailer, the tracker is 30,000 naira. So as you can see, the prices of the trackers for the train, plane, ship, when someone is in need, you have to contact us directly, so that we can give a best price at the moment. And these other prices are due for review based on the prices of the commodities in the market. So this chart, I've taken my time to go through to explain to you how it works with the prices and the different categorization of the devices that we have. And if there is any other device that comes up that needs the tracking services, we are still going to upload and review. But for now, most of the devices that we have on ground fall under these categories. Now, um, we are going to we shall now talk about the FFMS Plateau app. I'm sure you all have it installed on your phone because this application is not on Google Play Store. You have to get this application from your service provider. This is not an application for the general purpose use, but only for an internal use where both service providers, installers, brand activators, users are always going to use to collect information. So this application is designed for Plateau, and whatever you do with this application, it shows that you are from Plateau and you're working under the Plateau franchise. So you are being assured that whoever is in Plateau that wants to enjoy the service of Flotilla, you cannot go directly to the company in Dubai. Even if you follow their contacts, you call them or you send them an email for them to activate you, they will never activate you because the Flotilla services is have a network and it comes from a franchise channel. So they can only refer you back to us, and if you give it a try, you are going to experience the same. So there is no need to waste your time to try to access their services without coming through this network that we have. So it begins from here with this FFMS app. FFMS means Flotilla Fleet Management Services Plateau. Flotilla Fleet Management Services Plateau. That's the meaning of the FFMS app. And once you install the app and you launch the app from your Android phone or your iPhone, this is how you're going to see the app look like. And then as you can see, there is a cashier page, and there is a create unit page, and there is a submit report page, and there are other pages there in which we are going to pay attention to those three pages. That is the cashier, create unit, and the submit page. These pages, you as a brand activator, you are going to use these three pages to ensure you send your information, you capture a unit, and you send everything, you make payments, and you submit all the money you made. And this app is going to help you to go a long way. So you should pay attention as we talk about the pages one after the other. First, we are going to talk on the create unit page. The create unit page, it allows you to collect the information of a client. That is why we call it a unit, whether it's a car or phone or motorbike or whatever movable device you want to track. This is the first place that you have to come. And when you come to this page, you are to click on the create unit, which is going to look like this. And the page, you can see the first thing there is it's telling you to please fill in correct new unit details. So these details are the details that are going to be programmed together to ensure that the tracking services is activated on each device. So first you see the current date, you need to just tap it and you see the date. And when you see the date, you click OK. It will show you the real-time date that you are entering this information. You don't need to tamper with the date, you just only need to click OK, and it goes to the real date. The second there is the location. This is the location of the units. Where is the unit from? It's not the location of the BA we are talking about, but at the end of the day, the location of the BA has to correspond with the location of the unit. But now this is the location of the unit. If you are in Shandam, you put Shandam. You write Shandam there, and it will show that we are able to know that this unit is created in Shandam. So the next there is the BA unique ID. This is your ID in which all the BAs are supposed to have their own unique ID, which starts with FLT, and it's a programmed ID in which two people can never share the same ID. So that ID is very unique, and each BA has its own ID. So if you have your ID, you make sure you keep it safe. You keep it safe so that whenever you are collecting the information, you try much as possible to insert the ID, so that by the time you submit this report, we are able to know that this report is coming from you. If you are Salisu Nakande Mohammed, and we know that this is your BA, whenever you send report, this code will going to let us understand that it is Salisu Nakande that is sending us the report. So you have to be careful not to make mistakes, because whenever you make mistake and you put another code that corresponds to someone else BA, I think is going to be allocated for that person. So please, when you're going to be on this page, you have to be very, very careful, and you try as much as possible to verify before submitting, because once you click submit, the report is going to come to the back end, and it shall be processed. So the next is the unit type. The unit type, when you click the unit type, it's a drop down, as you can see there. It's going to show you the options. If it's a mobile phone, a motorbike, a vehicle, a trailer, whatever device you're capturing, you have to select it here, so that we will know the kind of activation plan that can be associated to it. Because if you are tracking a motor vehicle and you select a mobile phone, the services that it will be given to it is going to be error, and is going to affect that unit. And whoever pays for services and does not get it right is really, really going to get mad at the brand activator. So the brand activator, you have to be very, very careful to select appropriately the classifications of whatever unit you are capturing, so that we can able to differentiate and give it the right subscriptions. So when we go back, the next is the name of the unit. This is where we see some people getting it all wrong. If you observe, there are BAs who when you send us your information, the name of the unit, you went and put the name of the make of your phone. This is the name of the owner of the unit. The name of the owner of the unit. If you are Joy Samuel and you have a Nokia N5, and the name of the unit is Joy Samuel, and the model of the phone is somewhere else that you will impute, in which we shall come to that. But the name of the unit is the name of the owner of the car, or the name of the owner of the phone, or the name of the owner of whichever device you are trying to track on the system. So please, those who know that you send us the name of the phone you are sending information, or the name of your shop, or the name of different things, please, you have to send your report again, because all those who send with wrong unit names, the system rejected them, and I beg your pardon, there was no response that the information you send is false. So I have to address this issue now, so that those BAs who have sent information expecting response, couldn't get a response, should go and do it again. And you put your name where you see the name of unit. Next is your phone number. Your phone number, your original number that is inside the phone you are using. That is the number you are going to put there. This phone number that you're going to put there is your main number, and you make sure that you put it right. The number, that's the number of the unit you are capturing. This is not the phone number of the BA. We don't need any information of the BA here as site as the unique ID of the BA. Any other information here is the information of the units you are capturing, and you have to make sure you got it right. So the next is the IME number and device number. If you are capturing the phone, is the IME number, which you can get it by pressing or by dialing *#06# on your keypad. And when you dial *#06#, you're going to see the IME number, and you make sure you copy the IME number here rightly. If you are a hardware installer, when we get to this place is the device ID, in which you are going to know how to copy the device ID from the GPS tracker. So for now, we are concentrating on the IME number, since we are first starting with the mobile phones. And if you are capturing a car, then you are now going to be given the device ID for the tracker. Next is the phone or the vehicle model. The phone model or the vehicle model. If you're capturing a mobile phone, if it's Techno, you put Techno. If it's Jony, you put Jony. If it's Infinix, you put Infinix. If it's iPhone, you fix iPhone. This help us get the full record of the device that we are capturing for mistakes to be easily analyzed, because we know that life in nature, we are bound to make mistakes, but by the time we feel all this information right, it makes it easier for us to trace wherever mistakes are. So you make sure you put the right model of the phone. If it's Jony, don't go and put Techno. If you are not sure of the model of the phone, you please ask, or you check the settings of your phone about, and you're going to see the model of your phone. So please make sure that you get all this information right. Next is the emergency WhatsApp number. This place, I want everyone to pay full attention here, because this is where the technology is, and this is an epicenter of the technology design. And many people were asking questions that if I have a phone and the phone is snatched away, how can I even report to Flotilla? You see, because maybe the Flotilla contact is also in the phone. Now, this emergency WhatsApp number is not the alternate number of the unit owner you are capturing. This emergency WhatsApp number is the WhatsApp contact of someone related to the owner of these units. For example, if I'm capturing Mr. Blues, and Mr. Blues is having a cousin in somewhere, and Mr. Blues has the number of the cousin off heart, and he knows, yes, this is someone that I can easily contact if I'm in distress. And once you give us this number there, the number will be added to an emergency group. So the use and the purpose of this number is, if Mr. Blues have an emergency, and they snatch his phone and he can't communicate, he can easily remember this number off heart, and he can now collect someone's phone immediately and call this number. Once you call this number, you will not tell this number to make a post on that WhatsApp group that he has been added to, type your name and say you are under distress, let's follow up. That is all. Once you go to that WhatsApp group and that your relative posts this number and you post your name and said we should track you up, then so you must try as much as possible to put in the phone number of someone that you don't move together, and someone who is somewhere, you are somewhere. Emergency cannot happen to both of you at the same time, and that phone number is the number that we expect you put it there, and it must be a WhatsApp number, because the emergency group is WhatsApp, and once you post your message, everyone sees, and whoever is responsible for that location will be addressed to and will follow up immediately. This is something that can happen within 10 minutes, and if your device is lost within 10 minutes, you can do this. I assure you that your device won't be lost, 100% guaranteed. Your device will be recovered successfully. But if you fail to follow these processes and your device is lost and you go back home, you sleep over, you wait for some days before you want to start contacting Flotilla, I think you are the one who is helping the device to get lost. So please, I beg your pardon. Once your device is lost, you have to ensure that you contact this emergency number, and the emergency number should now post on the WhatsApp group for follow-up and tracking backups. This will enable all attention to go back on this number, and all our engineers, our software team, Flotilla team are going to be on deck to ensure that this device is recovered. So please and please try to understand this place. Next is your email, the email of the clients you're capturing, and then next is subscription. Subscription, as we have explained, if someone starts with 1 month, you put one. If it's 2 months, he wants to pay two. We know there are people that will say, oh yeah, why not? Let me just pay all the 1 year subscription so that nobody will bother me. You see, these are people who really understand what the service is all about. So if someone pays 12 months subscription, you put 12 there, and you leave it like that. You don't need to write months, because it's 12 you're going to put there. It must be minimum of 1 month subscription for the mobile phones and laptops. So the other devices have their own number of months, as is on the schedule we just talked about before coming to the FFMS app practicals. So please, you should understand this subscription page clearly. Then this picture, we give it an option. It's either you, if you are not sure of the IME, you can screenshot and update here, or you can snap the owner of the units for us to have his picture, so that he can give us more information whenever we are tracking. Because if there is a picture or an IME, we can easily put it on the dashboard, and it will be of easy recognition. So but it's not necessary to snap the picture, but you have to ensure you put either the picture or the IME there, and then next you click submit. Once you click submit, it will tell you successful. Once you see that you submit successful, then you can easily go to the next unit to capture, and you make sure that you have this record on the paper. You just put something. There is a paper that we are going to give round to all the BAs to print out, in which they can be having a summary of their daily captions, and you will see how you are going to use it on the report page. So for now, this is the end of the presentation for the create unit page, and we are going to look at to the second page, which is the cashier page. Yeah, the cashier page is where all payments are made. Whenever you want to pay money to Flotilla, you want to pay money for your services, for whatever you want to do, such as you can register where you register as a service provider, which is not why we are here now. You can register as a brand activator. If you want to be a BA, when you click on that option, it will make you pay for the t-shirts and the banners, because it was 10,000 naira, but we have to consider that we are in a hard economy, and we have a tight timeline to ensure that the Flotilla services go round. So if you click on that as a BA before you start, that is where you're going to pay for your t-shirt, and you'll be given your t-shirt, your ID card, and the banner that you place in your shop, so that people can understand that you are activating Flotilla services. You know, the company is embarking on a mass promotion, publicity and awareness, and once you are already positioned, a lot of people will come looking for you. So you have to look different from other people, and you have to look branded, and you have to show that yes, you are a brand of Flotilla. So please, you have to work on this, so that you can get your t-shirt, which is required for each brand activator. So if you're an installer, this is the next is where you register as an installer, and the installers have two packages, and we're going to talk more of that in the installation class. So the payment for captured units, the Flotilla monthly subscription, and the Flotilla weekly subscription. So all these pages there, whenever you click them, they're going to take you to where you make payments. So now we are going to concentrate on the fifth option, which is the payment for captured units. Payments for captured units. So the payments for captured units are the units you capture daily. And if in the morning you capture 5 units, in the afternoon you capture 5 units, in the evening you capture 5 units, at the end of the day you capture 15 units, and maybe the customers have been paying you cash at hand, not through transfer. So a BA is expected to convert all those cash received from units, clients, and you convert it to your bank account, that you have an ATM card, so that you can proceed and send the payment of the job that you have done for that day. So at the end of the day, if you have to make the payment for all the units you've captured, and when you want to make the payment, you click the payment for captured units. You can see it open the page which tells you that it's a payment for units. You see our company is there, and the daily target remittance for unit creations. So the units you created, you uploaded that day through the create unit option that has been activated. You have to use this page to send the money. So you put your name, your names, your email address, your BA unique ID. So you see, you have to put your BA unique ID, and you put in the amount there. When you put in the amount, you click pay. It takes you to the InterSwitch payment pay portal, where you can use your ATM card to make payment. All payments made through this Flutter Wave is highly secured and is guaranteed. So once you make the payment, you receive a success notice, and you screenshot and you still keep it safe, so that it will be a proof whenever maybe there is a misconceptions. And the next is the payment for subscription. And the subscription, without subscription, a client will not go live and will not be given backup reports whenever in distress. Mobile phone users only are allowed to pay first month only, but must pay outstanding or pending subscription before will be attended to by Flotilla response team. We have talked about that earlier, and it's still clarified here. And the subscription is very, very important, because that's when you will go live. So from the charts behind, you should know how many months you're supposed to pay from the start for whichever device you are capturing. So this is a place, Flotilla monthly subscription. If you click it, it's now going to take you to that page, and you make payment for the monthly subscription now, because the subscriptions are into two. So the monthly subscription, when you go to that page, you are going to click on the monthly subscription, and as you can see there, you put your name, and you can see it's $4. So this subscription link can also be sent to clients directly to make subscription at their own will, because we made it easier for a client not to be dependent on the brand activator when it comes to subscription. So a client can make his own subscription on his own and by request, because once the client make a request, this link will be sent to the client personally, and once the client pick it, you'll be able to make $4 payment, which is fixed. That is the price for mobile phones subscription on Flotilla. So all mobile phones are subscribed at $4, and you pay depending on the current price of the dollar at the time you are making your payment. As we can see, recently the dollar is at a speedy rise, and in just a matter of 2 to 3 weeks, the dollar rose in the black and parallel market from about 500 naira to 700 naira, in which it has brought a lot of concern to the dollar market, and in which is a major concern to the country. But you have to understand, and every customer have to understand that you pay the current dollar price at the time you are making your subscription. So we also have the weekly subscription, which it's make and is we made this an automated subscription option. The weekly payment system automatically deducts $1 weekly from your bank account for subscription. If you want to be paying the subscription weekly, and you are using this system will allow you to bind your ATM, and once the time is due, the date is due, it will automatically deduct $1 from your account, and you will receive a notification. Depending on the value of the price of the dollar, it will charge exactly on the current price. So this system is designed for those who easily forget that they have a subscription to make, but they want to make sure that it's been done since they have funds in their account. So once this system is being set up, you don't need to think about subscription. You can only receive alerts when the subscription is due for 1 week. So credit to our company, Young Technical Minds, and for developing this, and we wish to do more. So this is the page. When you pay, as you can see here, that you'll be charged 500 naira weekly. This was because it was screenshot when the price of the dollar was around that 500, but the final price will show when you click on the pay option, when you to be charged for the $1. If the dollar is more than 500, they will charge you more than 500. So you shouldn't have any concern about that. Next is the report page. The report page is where you send your daily reports on the job done that day. That is units captured and uploaded, total payments made to cashier. This must be done every day after work. So at the report page, when you go to the report page, you can see that please fill in with the right information. First of all, there is a drop down there which is designation, because this report page will be used by both service providers and both brand activators, and it will also be used by the users. There are users who have specialized accounts and that they want to monitor their own privacy and private equipment. You want to do everything on your own. Your father, you want to track all your children, your family, you want to monitor where they are. You are going to be allocated also a user account for that, and that is a special case. Whenever someone needs such service, you have to contact us to ensure that no one will be jeopardized. So because if we are going to track, someone wants to track his family, we have a form that the family members to be tracked have to accept that yes, you track them, and that we have to take care of that by ourselves. So whenever the BA, you have someone that wants to track his family, is allowed, but you have to call our notice, our attention, so that we can guide you on how to go with that. So let's get back. The next is the unique ID. So if you are a BA, you put your unique ID there. If you're a service provider, you put your unique ID there, and then you click on the dates. You press OK for the real-time dates, and next is you write your report. And your report is you put the number of phones you track, number of vehicles you track, number of motorcycles, number of lorries, trailers. If you have to write it there in words. If it's mobile phones, you put 20 mobile phones. That means that day you have tracked 20 phones. If it's 5 cars, you put 5 cars. Then if it's 3 motorcycles, you put 3 motorcycles. Once you put all this there under the report page, then you add the evidences that you have. Your evidences are the summary of the list that you will always use to record when you were entering one units. Then you snap it and add it here. Or if you have another vital information that you want to snap and add as evidence, you snap at us as evidence. So this page is for you to submit your report, and once you submit your report, we receive it from the back end, and your report will be processed and verified. So please, you should take note of that. Once you have submitted all this report and is verified, the client will receive his device ID through SMS after successful verification. The client will input the ID to the click to add unique ID in the FX Tracker app and press OK or submit button. FX Tracker app will show current location on map to verify that tracking configuration is successful. So the FX Tracker app is next, because after you have finished that, message SMS will be sent to the clients you captured, and the client will now receive a device ID in which before the client leave your place, you are expected to walk him through the FX Tracker. And for you to have the FX Tracker, once you have captured the device information, you are now expected to locate the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store from the unit phone, and you download the FX Tracker. Once you go to the Play Store and you type FX Tracker, it's going to show you some related applications. But the fourth on the list here, the fourth in which you see F and you see the X, is a sign of a map icon. So that is the application, and you have to make sure you really download this application. And when you download this application, you install it, and after installing the application, you launch the application. Once you launch the application, it's going to ask you to select the region you are, because the application supports all regions in the parts of the world, and our region is Africa. You only select Africa and you click OK or submit button. You don't need to press anything, you don't need to put in any other information. All you need to do is to select Africa and click OK. After you select Africa and you click OK, it's going to show you the interface of the app, and you are going to have only two options. The first option above is to click to add unique ID, or the other below is to click to request unique ID. So if you click to request unique ID, you are not going to get any response. But if you click to add unique ID, that is when you will now tell the client to go home and wait for 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on the hour time he will receive in the first SMS, because he will receive an first SMS telling him that his request has been received, and based on the other requests that are on queue, you have to estimate the time waiting, and he will receive it in the text. Once the request is being processed, he's going to receive a second SMS, and he will receive the device ID that is expected to input in here. So once he gets the device ID, you will now tell him that he should put the device ID there and click OK. Once you click OK, it opens up the interface of the application, and once it opens for the first time, it shows you your position on Google Map. So you are expected to make tracking active, because in the beginning the tracking is inactive, because you can choose to be active or inactive you by yourself. If you feel you're safe, you're where you don't want to be on record, you don't want someone to follow you, you don't want someone to track you, and you can make the tracking inactive. But if you are on emergency and you want to be covered, you have to make the tracking active. Once the tracking is active, then you are going to see yourself on the map. And now this map, as you can see, the blue point is the position, that is your current position. So anywhere you are going to see it like this. So this is where you are, and the server Flotilla is also seeing you at this point. So once your phone, you are anywhere you go, and you make sure your FX Tracker application is on and running, is expected to show this record like this, as you can see. And if you want to see more of the maps, more of your location, you are expected to click on the map options and select hybrid map to view real-time 3D satellite maps. The map option is the first picture you see here, like a triangle, and when you click that image, you're going to see the drop down option on the second image, which is the base map, the street map, the Google terrain map, the Google satellite, and open hybrid. So you click on the open hybrid, and once you click on the open hybrid, you zoom it, you are expected to see your location and every structure and everything in real time, and it's wow. You're gonna see your current location. If you are at the roundabout, you know you are at the roundabout. If you are in this building, you will see the point is going to be on this building, and it makes it easier for intelligent report to follow up a location on real time. So wherever your device is, wherever your car is, wherever everything is. So you see yourself, and you can be able to know. So now if your phone is being taken from somewhere and is currently at this location, and you have made the emergency report, you know it's easy for the system to detect that this is where the phone is, and the flotilla will send the information to the police, and the police will come to this area and keep following the phone while the tracker is on. How interesting this sounds, like a movie. The movie, what we used to see in the movie, is what we are now about to do live to ourselves. So once you are watching on the tracker, in which we are soon going to share the video of how it works, you see how it's in video, the video version, that you're going to see the movement. If the phone is moving on the street, it's going to show, and we're just going to communicate the cops. Hey, go behind that place, move to the right, move to the left, go to the where. All these things is what we are going to be giving intelligence information to make sure your phone is recovered. You see, with this, it's going to go a long way, and it's going to help you to have backup. And whenever you are in distress, or it's your car or your phone or whatever device you have, or whatever, my tricycle, or it's a keke napep, you are going to get cover. So this services is a real-time service, and is very, very important for us to really make good use of it. So for start now, we advise all BAs should use the FFMS app to capture their personal phones and upload for activation right now. Now, this is the first assignment that all the BAs are having to do, and you have to do this assignment immediately after the end, and after the presentation. You should capture the information in the create unit page from your own device, and you upload for activation. This is to experience Flotilla services before marketing to the general public. You know, there is no way you market a product that you didn't use. There is no way you can market a product that you didn't enjoy. And so you have to enjoy the product so that you can do a very, very good marketing, which is still part of what we shall discuss in our next topic tomorrow. But for now, this will also help the BA to practice the activation process, because if you capture your phone and you activate your phone successfully, you receive your code. I think you're going to be glad that you have been tracked now, and you can ask more questions about it when you have done that. But for now, you need to do that, and you have to make sure you choose one subscription, and you have to make sure you send the payment for the subscription, and you know how to do that in the cashier page. The monthly subscription page is there, and you can go and make your own subscription, because you have to click on that page so that it can take you to the payment portal where you can use your ATM cards to pay your subscription. So when you pay your subscription, you are going to go immediately on the live account, so that you can be able to practicalize it for your clients. You can be anywhere with your clients, and you can call your service provider, and your service provider will tell you where your location is. So one thing that you need to know is every client, every unit can be private. You can choose not to be tracked. and even the location can only show your actual point, accurate point, but it won't show any privacy whether you are in the room or you are in the in the kitchen. But if someone knows the house very well from outside, then you can be able to predict. But the location is very, very accurate and is going to help with a lot of information. So please and please, the service providers are in charge of that. So the BAs cannot monitor the clients. So all the clients that the BAs are capturing, the BAs cannot monitor them. It's only the duty of the service provider to monitor, and you can only contact the service provider when the clients have distress. When the clients have distress and they need backup, that is when the service providers are going to check on those clients and bring out intelligent information. So August 1, we are all waiting for August 1 activation, because that's when we are going to start activation officially on the plateau, and we expect that BAs will start submitting reports on this day. So you please get prepared for the Flotilla official launch, publicity and awareness, because on August 1 we are going to have flyers. We are going to make sure all the BAs have their t-shirts. We are going to make sure that all the service providers are ready to work, and we are going to ensure that we have start capturing units, and from August 1 we start sending reports, and we see the job that we are all doing. So please, I want you all to put more emphasis on August 1. Even if you start recording or capturing now, there will be no response till August 1, because that's how the system has been designed. So let's expect August 1 so that we can start activating the flotilla services on the plateau. So in conclusion, I want to assure you that the flotilla services will never disappoint, except when the user doesn't use it well. For example, the app have to be on and running. So if you want to travel or you want to go somewhere that is unsafe, you first on the app and you put your phone in the pocket, you have backup. Don't expect that, because we understand that there are a lot of Android phones that terminate applications running for a specific period of time. The main system on the server from Dubai can give you those records, but the easiest way is, if you want accurate record and accurate information, you have to always check that that app is running. So if your phone always terminates application, you are not going to be too cool with that. So whenever you want to embark on a journey that you expect to be tracked, please make sure that the app is on and running. So all this information that we talk here are information that the BAs need to know, and the BAs need to share all the vital information to the clients that they need to know, because after hearing this, you are supposed to know how to address the clients. So please and please, you can repeat this presentation on and on and on till you understand what we are talking about here. That is why we choose to make a PowerPoint presentation, and to make it real time and live, so that everyone can easily understand what we are up to. But after going to this presentation, and maybe you have some questions, and you need answers, and maybe you want to ask a question, or you can ask the question on your platform, and we are going to respond to you all. So you feel free, you ask the questions you want to ask, and we have a week now for August 1, and we can address all challenges. But please, you should make sure that you do what you need to do, and let's make it out. So our next presentation is going to be on capacity building training on marketing flotilla products and services. So we advise you all to watch out for this, as we are going to give you tricks, and we are going to train you on how you can be able to convince the people and the general public to use our services. So this is going to be tomorrow in our next class, or anytime we agreed, but we have to make sure we give that class on and on and on even as the activations begin. So I want to thank you all, and I want to appreciate you for staying behind and for listening to this presentation. And I want to wish you all the best. And I will take your questions anytime that you post it. I will assure you that I will respond to it. So thank you very much, and have a lovely day. Thank you very much.